What's cracking, YouTube? It's me, the Biz, Fishy Biz Aquatics, professional aquatics with the amateur touch. So amateurs, yep, get that professional look. So you got a Planted Aquarium, and you're wondering what you're gonna stock it with. Well, here's my top 5 fish that I stocked my 60-gallon Planted Aquarium with. Nothing else left to say. Let's get to the video. Let's go. Here's my 5 in no particular order. Let's start off with the Columbiana red and blue Tetra.
The red and blue Columbiana Tetra gets its name from that bright red tail and its reflective body, and it's perfect for community aquarium. Super hardy Tetra, great choice for beginners. And just an overall stunning fish to look at. I mean, with the red tail and the bluish hue when it darts through the water. Check this out. And also they're voracious eaters. They're omnivores, so you can feed them flakes, you can feed them brine shrimp, you can feed them bloodworms. Mostly peaceful in nature. They can get a little bit nippy, but not too out of control. At least I haven't experienced with mine. 2.5 inches max. A great fish to have.
Number 4, the Harlequin Rasbora.
No, not that Harlequin. These Harlequin Rasbora. As you can see, it's a gorgeous fish. Metallic coloration. That beautiful pink can get a nice color red, but that black pork chop is what they're calling it. The black pork chop portion of the body on the lower half is what makes this thing different than anything else. Outstanding fish, peaceful fish, 2-inch fish, easy to care for and hardy. The Harlequins do best in an established planted aquarium with open areas for swimming, and you could probably keep them in schools at 8 to 10, which means that I need to get a couple more. Are you kidding? I can hardly keep up with these guys. And even from a distance, before you can get up on them, they're in the back of the tank right now. You still see that definitive pork chop black portion on the lower half of the tail. They are enjoying themselves in this planted tank, swimming freely. They're omnivores. They'll eat flake food. They'll eat freeze-dried bloodworms, tubifix. Can't go wrong with this great hardy beginner fish planted aquarium.
Number 3, the Xray Tetris.
Looking at this fish already, you can tell by its unusual near transparent body that it's in a class of its own. It also has those yellow, black, and white bands on the anal and dorsal fins, which gives it a definitely unique appearance. It's very peaceful and compatible with other non-aggressive fish, and the ideal setup, guess what, is live plants, rocks, driftwood, perfect for a planted aquarium. This fish also is an omnivore, gets 2 inches, peaceful, easy to care for, perfect for your planted aquarium just like its tank mates.
Oh yeah, before I forget, before I do number 2 and number 1, I'd like to invite you on Monday nights, 9 p.m. Central Time, right here, Fishy Biz Aquatics live stream. Hot spot, where the spot gets hot. But to make sure that you're there, you gotta subscribe and hit the notification bell. All right, back to the action. Number 2, the Farawella Catfish.
What's any tank without a bottom dweller? And this bottom dweller right here, the Farawella Catfish, also called the twig catfish, also called the whiptail catfish, is by far the most interesting catfish that I've ever kept. Just looking at its design, its skinny, slim body, and its colors just reminds you of a twig or a stick. And think about it, wherever there's plants, there's bound to be algae. So this guy keeps algae in control. I got 2 of them. And from nose to the tip of its tail, you're looking at about 8 inches of catfish. But he's not very bulky, so it doesn't take up that much room. And perfect for a planted aquarium with high aeration of water movement. It makes for a healthy environment. They like rocks and driftwood and a natural habitat for them to hide. This is perfect for a Farawella catfish. My number 4 in my top 5.
And number 1, the Julii Corydora.
I picked the Julii Corydora, I guess because that's the ones that I have in my tank. Or they could be the false ones. I don't know the difference, but there is no tank complete without the bottom feeder Corydora. And that could be any Corydora. And they come in all different sizes, colors, shapes, everything. Of the Sturba Cory, you have the bronze Cory. They also have the
well, it's the panda Cory.
Corydoras are an awesome bottom dwelling fish. As you can see, they sift through sand. They constantly are moving. They'll swim mid-level. They'll go to the top. They'll be all on the side of your tank. They'll eat algae. They are omnivores. Very peaceful. Get along with mostly all peaceful fish also. Usually not too many other fish mess with the Corydoras, but they love to be in groups. And just an awesome fish to round out your top 5 fish for your Planted Aquarium.
Well, there you have it. My top 5 fish for your Planted Aquarium. Don't forget to leave me a comment if you liked any of these 5 or if you have 5 of your own for your Planted Aquarium. And always remember, let's keep fish keepers fish keeping. And as always, the wet stuff is the best stuff. Get at me.